So you make such a great point. So from your experience and everything that you've seen so far, where would you say the openings are for African Americans? Because, and give us some of the background. So, because you mentioned earlier how you don't have to necessarily be a grower. They need lawyers, they need even farmers, they need all types of different industries, need bookkeepers, accountants. But where are the openings, and where's the low hanging fruit for African Americans that want to get into the CBD business, the cannabis and the hemp industry?
So the way that I would answer that is the low hanging fruit needs to start with where the individual happens to be in their career and in their life. So I have a really, really good friend that's a chef. So what is she doing? She has taken her culinary skills and, no pun intended, infused those skills with a THC line of products that she's putting out and a CBD line of products. She didn't go outside her comfort zone. She didn't go outside her skill set. What she did is she brought the cannabis into what she already does. And she is on television shows. She's got a new show that's being worked on right now because she is good at what she does, and she used that as her platform. I'd say people need to think about, what do I do now? Let me give you another example. I know of someone that is a consummate artist. She does jewelry, and I know there might be many listeners out there that do really custom pieces. Well, all of her jewelry now are cannabis leaves. They're 14 carats with diamonds on them, but they're cannabis leaves. And she charges a pretty penny for those. And you would go, well, how much demand is that? Well, talking about 14, 18 karat with diamonds in it, you don't have to have a large demand. You just have to have the right number of people who want it. So there are all sorts of things. I know someone else that does greeting cards, and you're like, okay, what's that got to do with it? Well, what about greeting cards that have a place for you can stick a joint in it, and it has a little match surface on it where you can strike a match. And they're beautiful cards. They look like Hallmark cards. They just have a little extra something going on with them. So you need to use your imagination. Pet products. We just came out with a new line of pet products called Harvey and Doodles. And these products are for your dog and your cat. We've got biscuits. We've got beef treats. We've got a tincture. There's some companies out there that specialize in salves for your pets, for their hot spots. So like I said earlier, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I have someone that makes ice cream and gelato. They're just starting to, experiment with adding CBD to those products. What we're waiting on, though, is for the FDA. The FDA has not given its approval for the wholesale use of CBD in food products. There's still a lot of debate about that. And the FDA did their public listening session May 31st. We will expect that they will come out with some rules to follow within the next few months. But I tell all my clients, we're not going to go full board into edibles on the CBD side, until the FDA comes out with their final ruling. So long way to answer your question, but basically it's, what are you doing now? And is there a place for it in the cannabis business? One final example, promotional products. I mentioned that earlier. I have a friend that's in the promotional products business. Again, all of the things that you are producing, you go to a trade show, everybody has promotional products, every booth. And these shows are huge, and they're numerous. So are you putting out sweatshirts, T-shirts, hats, caps, computer equipment, iPad holders, whatever? Are you a printer? Oh my goodness, you should really be making a ton of money because everything has to be printed. And unfortunately, we're in a situation where the rules change in this industry very, very often. And so what you printed today, 6 months from now, may not be relevant. So you got to print it again. So again, it's just based on what you want to do. If you've got the money and you want to go for a marijuana license in one of these states, go for it. Do you have a science background? Maybe you want to open a laboratory. Everything that's legal has to go through a lab analysis. And so you can have all these dispensaries and all these grows and all these extraction facilities, but everything's got to go through that laboratory. And so it can be a bottleneck in some states because people don't think about opening laboratories.